The blast in the national capital has shocked the entire country. And what the most is talked about is the chemical used, that is ammonium nitrate, which was the same chemical that was recovered from Faridabad and same chemical used to carry out the blast near the Red Fort. Along with it, one of the explosive was also used. NDTV has reached in one of the chemistry laboratory where we'll be showing you that how these chemical reactions are carried out, what must have transpired, what is ammonium nitrate, how it was used, and how difficult it is to procure in large quantity. Viewers, it is not to show that how it is made, but to make you aware that what was happening within the university, how such sensitive reactions were carried out within the campus, and still it kept on happening for years. And here I am present in one of the laboratory where I am being joined by Dr. Prashant Agrawal, who is the Associate Dean of School of Forensic Studies in one of the university. Thank you, Dr. Prashant, for joining us in NDTV here in the chemistry lab. Let us first talk about what does ammonium nitrate means, what kind of chemical it is, and how does it looks like.
Ammonium nitrate, as recovered from the Faridabad in a large quantity, the ammonium nitrate is considered as a very explosive material, dangerous explosive material, and it looks, if you see in the real form, in the pure form, it looks like a white crystalline solid, or if it is the ultra pure form, that it may be the colorless. But here we have this ammonium nitrate, which is in the white crystalline form, so it is not completely pure, because it is supplied to the laboratory, not for any other purpose.
If we talk about how ammonium nitrate is it available in the same form we are seeing, or is it also possible that it can be made by mixing two separate compounds?
Yeah, definitely. It is not available in this form. It is prepared by using the two chemical compounds. One is using the nitric acid concentrated form, another compound is the ammonia. When these two compounds, concentrated nitric acid, ammonia, is mixed in a very right quantity, so then the reaction occurs. So this is a very exothermic reaction. A lot of gases are produced, a lot of energy is produced. And after that, the chemical reactions, the process is very lengthy. So we will show you the very little of it, how the process initially it is. Right. And then it is in the laboratory further. It can be evaporated, the compound, the solution is evaporated and make it the crystalline form. So just I will show you the little how this is called the exothermic reaction. Exothermic means when the lot of energy is generated by mixing of the two compounds.
Here we are mixing nitric acid. This is the container of nitric acid which we have taken in very small quantity in the beaker, and second is the ammonia. So Dr. Prashant will be mixing both the quantities, both the compounds.
So I take the few drops of this ammonia in this test tube. So this is, you can see the few drops of ammonia I have taken. So I have added the concentrated nitric acid. This is a highly dangerous material, and this is a very corrosive. So always take a due precaution, and so that we have taken the due precaution so that the harms of the gases will not harm us.
And that's why we are wearing glasses and taking all
yes, definitely. If you see, so as I pour this drop-wise drop in the solution, the white vapors are coming out. So this is a great exothermic reaction which produces a lot of gases. So when this is a very small quantity, you can see the gases are produced. But when this is done in the large quantity, so definitely a lot of gases are produced, and the gas process is exothermic. And the next step of this is evaporated and make it the concentrated, this ammonium nitrate. So this
ammonium nitrate, to explode ammonium nitrate, it's said that it requires a very high temperature. Is it correct? And if yes, then what kind of temperature it requires?
Yeah, ammonium nitrate as such is not used as a explosive material, because it cannot explode at its own, because the temperature to explode it requires more than near about 200 degrees Celsius temperature is required. When itself is also cannot be blasted, because it is basically act as an oxidizing agent.
But can it be stored in large quantity?
It can be stored. It is safe to store, because due to the large melting point or large heating point, it can be stored for a longer time at a room temperature, so without any worry. So that's why in this case it's more possible it is stored from a longer period of time and stored in a large quantity.
And how it's exploded, or how is it used, or how it was used rather I should say, for the blast, by using some kind of other chemical or compound?
Yeah, for any explosive reaction to occur, we require the two components. One is the oxidizing agent, second is the fuel. So this ammonium nitrate itself is an oxidizing agent, and so we require some amount of fuel so that we can generate the
Ammonium
complete the
nitrate
process.
in itself has oxygen. This is what you.
This is ammonium nitrate is a very good oxidizing agent, provide the oxygen because oxygen is required to continue the process. This exothermic reaction that needs to continue. So that is for this ammonium nitrate is sufficient. But to initiate the reaction, to initiate the explosion, we need to some detonator is required. So either we use the fuel oil, we use diesel oil that we most commonly use in ANFO, ammonium nitrate fuel oil, which is commonly used for the civil work, for the blasting of the mines. Otherwise, in some cases, it can be mixed with the RDX to make the Ametex. It can be mixed with the TNT, very powerful oxidizing agent, so it makes the ametal.
Here, if we talk about the other agent that was used in the explosive, I'll keep the test tube over here, and then we'll move to the next area where we'll be showing that what is the other chemical that was used as a detonator to explode this ammonium nitrate, which was present there in the car. We saw the bag also that Umar was carrying in the CCTV. It was captured. But how it happened, viewers, it happened in such a way that it exploded because the chemicals reacted so highly, they were so unstable that it caused such a huge blast. And imagine what would have happened if the 2900 ammonium nitrate would have exploded, sir.
Yes, definitely it is a matter of a point because ammonium nitrate, as I said, it cannot explode at its own. So definitely we require some initiator that can explode this so much quantity of the ammonium nitrate. So as I said, either we can use the fuel oil, but that is not, the potency depends on the potency. The potency of ANFO is about...
Fuel, diesel, why it was not used, Dr. Prashant, in
the
this?
potency, depending on the potency, because when we use the diesel oil or the fuel oil, ANFO, the potency of the fuel oil is generally 50% of the TNT. Okay. Generally, when we need to know what is the potency of the explosive material, we take the reference of the TNT. We consider TNT is 100%, and what is the potency of that particular explosive in respect to the TNT. So in case of ANFO, the potency is 50%. But in place of ANFO, if we use any other compound like if we use the TATP, TATP triacetone, triperoxide. If we use this compound, so this has the potency more than the ANFO, and it gives around 80% potency if we compare with the TNT.
And perhaps that is why, viewers, the investigation has revealed that TAPT was used in this entire terror attack that was carried out there at the Red Fort along with the ammonium nitrate. But what actually this chemical is it stored as it is in the chemical lab, or it is again, it has to be mixed to form a one compound with the help of two other compounds?
TATP is not a very storable compound. It is very sensitive compound and can be blast easily. So when we need to initiate with some compounds, so we need to prepare at on-site with that.
But sir, what makes it so explosive and such an unstable component that it is used as a detonator also, and also it cannot be stored?
Yeah, as I said, the potency of this is very 80% about with the TNT. But the chemical composition of this is so that because we have the chemical composition, there is the acetone and the peroxide, and both are highly reactive materials. So
Acetone and hydrogen peroxide solution.
Both are very reactive material. So that's why we cannot store for a long time, and they can be initiated. They can start the initiation with the small heat, small friction is required.
So for the initial composition to make the TAPT, do we use these two chemicals? Along with that, something else is also used?
Yeah, in the laboratory, if you want to, anyone want to make the TATP, so these two chemicals were added, acetone and hydrogen peroxide. Although when we will add these two chemicals, so you will see the reaction will not be very exothermic, will not be very reactive.
Because it's in very small quantity.
In a very small quantity, one thing, and second thing, along with these two chemical agents, we require some catalyst. So some amount of catalyst is required to proceed the reaction faster. Okay. So because here we are in the laboratory, we are not using the catalyst, but I want to show you how these two chemicals.
So let us see that how the basic chemical, actually the TATP chemical could have been made over here. And again, it is just to show you that what must have happened, and these chemicals are not available in large quantity anywhere in any lab or at any shop.
No, these two chemicals are readily available in the laboratory or in the market and they can be easily procured. But the mixing process is not a very easy process.
But they must be in a prescribed quantity, not in a
Prescribed
large
quantity, along
quantity.
with this, catalyst is required to proceed the reaction.
Right. So here first, Dr. Prashant has taken a beaker, and as we can see that he is mixing few drops of acetone along with the help of dropper. So this is some amount of acetone that he has taken. And
I'm taking another dropper for that. So this I will use the hydrogen peroxide.
so here is the hydrogen peroxide being mixed with acetone.
Yeah. So as I said, as such, there is a no. It seems there is a no reaction because no exothermic reaction. Because for this reaction to continue, or for the completion, we require the catalyst.
And that we cannot use as of now because it's highly, again, inflammable. If I can just take that in hand.
We cannot use in the any academic institutions or in the laboratory.
So this is just, we carried out a reaction mixing acetone and hydrogen peroxide to make a basic chemical that was used as a detonator. Along with it, one more catalyst is used so that it can, act as a detonator, and the explosion could have carried out by mixing two things. Sir, if you can please highlight, that while mixing, how does it reacts with the ammonium nitrate?
Ammonium nitrate, as I said, it is a highly oxidizing agent and itself is not sufficient to detonate. So for this, we require some detonators. Detonators are the agents which gives the initial energy that is required to. So with ammonium nitrate, the temperature required that is around 200 degrees Celsius. So we need to ignite first that material that can increase the temperature to 200 degrees Celsius, and then that 200 degrees Celsius is sufficient to ignite the ammonium nitrate.
Are these chemical compounds able to generate that amount of heat, 200 degrees Celsius amount of heat to blast?
So they can generate that amount of heat that is required to initiate the blast of the ammonium nitrate. Because we call the secondary explosive of them. These are called the primary explosive. We call the secondary explosive. So when any other explosive is required to generate to initiate the secondary explosive, so that is called. So generally, it we call the explosive train. We call that. So
How the TATP they must have carried, because we cannot store it along with the catalyst. So how it could have been carried easily?
It cannot be carried easily to maintain the temperature. We need to maintain the temperature. We need to make it the shock proof so that any temperature should not increase with the desired limit, or also it must be the shock proof. So that's why only we can store safely. Otherwise, it is very reactive.
Must be quite surprising and shocking to know that all these things could be carried out in such a systematic manner at a point of time when all these things are not easily available in the markets.
Yeah, definitely. So it is quite surprising. Okay, so definitely it indicates that there is a lot of planning has been done previously to organize this type of incident.
All right, so that was all, viewers. That was an exclusive report that NDTV has got you from the laboratory to show that what actually must have transpired, how the reactions must have been carried out, what kind of chemicals must have been used. And big question over here is that who procured all these chemicals, who gave them approvals, and what about that particular stock book where all the details were mentioned about the particular chemicals which were present in more than the permissible limit. So all these things are under scanner, but that's all what we wanted to show you to make you aware and alert that what was happening within the campus in the laboratory of Al-Falah Hospital. With video journalist Ritvik, this is Tejshri for NDTV from Noida.